Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from the mutant Nick Walker. Nick is currently about 6 weeks out from the New York Pro, and in 5 weeks, Nick Walker will be guest posing at the Pittsburgh Pro. Nick looks absolutely massive in this update, and as we all know, prior to last year's Olympia, Nick Walker suffered a hamstring injury, was unable to compete, but Nick Walker will be making his return at the New York Pro. Now, being honest with you guys, Nick Walker's left leg definitely looks to be down in size, and I think that could be an issue for him, especially at the Mr. Olympia. I'm not really too worried about Nick Walker winning the New York Pro at this point. Again, no offense to the competition, but Nick was 3rd place at the last Olympia he competed in. But comparing Nick to Derek, Hottie, and Samson, I think the quads could definitely be an issue, but Nick still has to qualify for the Mr. Olympia and still has multiple months to go. But as of right now, Nick is looking pretty good. I think he's going to win the New York Pro, but could run into some trouble at the O as far as the quads go. And I did briefly mention that Nick Walker will be guest posing at the Pittsburgh Pro, but we also have Big Ramy, Derek Lunsford, Samson Dowda, Hunter Labrada, and Andrew Jack. Also courtesy to Buys and Tries on Instagram for this image. And I'm pretty sure we were most surprised to see Big Ramy's name. We haven't seen Ramy compete since the 2023 Arnold Classic, if I'm not mistaken. He pulled out of the 2023 Olympia, but Big Ramy said he was not retiring. A few weeks ago, Ramy posted a few updates, but he's honestly been fairly quiet, and I'm excited to see how he's going to look at this guest posing. Ramy didn't necessarily look the best last year, but that was after stem cell treatment and taking a few weeks off of training. And also, Nick Walker will be 1 week out from the New York Pro, so it's going to be a great guest posing. Now, in the next update of the day, this is actually a couple of days old, but this is a recent update of Tonio Burton going into this weekend's Arnold Classic South America. And I know I've pretty much been saying going into this show, Rafa's going to win, but the more updates I see of Tonio, I honestly have no idea at this point. This guy looks insane. Going into the South America show, Tonio definitely looks like he's going to be at his best, and he definitely has a real chance to win this show, in my personal opinion. Now, I also want to talk about the latest update of Good Vito ahead of the same show, and Vito should also be doing the Detroit Pro after this. Personally, I am very excited for the pro debut of Good Vito, and with Carlos Thomas Jr. pulling out of this show, I can let you guys know I do think Good Vito is going to finish in 3rd place. My only real concern about Vito is how is he going to stack up in shots like the back double and the real lat spread, but from the front, from the side, most muscular, and also condition wise, I think Vito's gonna be fine. But let me know in the comment section below, what are your expectations for Good Vito this weekend? I think he will have a great pro debut, but he's not gonna take out Tonio or Rafa. Now let's switch over to Martin Fitzwater, who will be competing in next week's Detroit Pro, and I'm very excited to see Martin compete as well. Just in case you guys don't remember, Martin took what I think was a close 2nd place to Andrew Jack at the 2022 Texas Pro. Personally, I thought it was pretty close. And if Martin has made improvements since then, which it looks like he has as far as size, also conditioning looks great, this guy is going to be tough to beat. And I know that looking at updates of Martin, it may not look like he has added much size, but if you guys remember, we were looking at updates of Rafa going into the Arnold, Ohio, and pretty much saying the same thing. So we really have to wait and see what these guys are going to bring to the stage. But as of right now, I really like Martin's chances of winning the Detroit Pro. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Quinton Eriya Quint Beastwood. And taking a look at the separation in his quads, I would guess that Quint is in prep, but he has not announced what show he is doing yet. With Quint being a Canadian, I would assume the Vancouver Pro or possibly the Toronto Pro, but we have not seen him on a stage in a little while. He took about the same amount of time off as Martin Fitzwater actually. So to be exact, we have not seen Quint compete since the 2022 Texas Pro where he placed 5th. And I do think Quint has made improvements. My only real critique about these recent updates, I'm not sure if the back has grown and the hamstrings and adductor stayed the same size, or if Quint actually regressed a little bit in that area. But as far as the back poses go, proportions are definitely off from top to bottom. That's pretty much my only criticism. But it looks like Quint has made improvements as far as the back. Still think it needs more overall work as far as top Olympian, but definitely improved. And sorry if I'm a little bit critical on Quint. I'm just being honest. Now in the next update of the day, switching over to Classic Physique, we have a recent update from Stephane Matala, 4 weeks into prep with Patrick Tour. Stephane has not announced a show yet, but him and his coach have been hashtagging Classic Physique, so I'm pretty sure he is going to compete in Classic. And Stephane looks great. This guy has incredible genetics, great quads, but we don't know how much of this he is going to have to strip off to make the weight for Classic Physique. And Stephane seems pretty content on competing in Classic, so hopefully he still has a great look after stripping off some of this muscle. And I also want to give credit to Patrick Tour. I don't think he gets enough. He coaches Stephane, also coaches Keon, and used to coach Michael DeBull, the most conditioned guy in Classic Physique. What Patrick does with his athletes as far as conditioning is honestly just insane. I think he deserves more credit and is one of the best coaches in the sport. Now, lastly, I did want to talk about Mr. Classic Physique Robert Timms, who is officially back. Robert said he was broken and needed to take some time off to heal, and I'm pretty sure he was talking from a spiritual point of view. Robert recently got baptized, and now he said he's back. Even though he was taking time off to heal, he was still training. And I am very excited to see Robert hop on a stage once again. And honestly, it seems like the judges aren't as critical on leg size and Classic as they was before. With the recent success of Wesley Vissers or even Breon beating Urs, the judges don't seem to be as critical as they once were about quad size, which is great for Robert Timms because we know he does struggle in that area. But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below who is this bodybuilder. And just a fun fact, this is one of my top 3 favorite bodybuilders, along with Sean Ray and Lee Labrada. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video, and if you have not done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.